go live.
So you're ready to start.
Hey, y'all, look, I got Marvin Tacky in the building. Mr. Tacky, we're here live with... Oh, look, and you came right up. Tag you, honey.
Are we live?
Yes, you are.
Oh, we're live.
We live.
Okay.
We here. This is your girl,
Really
Telly
Lottie.
Lottie.
Radio.
Yes, we here with Telly and Mr. Marvin Tacky, Mr. Financial Minister.
Yes. Greetings to the world on this wonderful, blessed Saturday. How you doing, Miss Telly? Sac passe.
My boule, I'm here. I'm here. Thank the Lord.
Awesome.
I am so happy to have you as a guest. I have been harassing you for 6 months now?
About that.
I said, I need a financial breakthrough. You got to help me today.
Absolutely. That's what I'm here for.
I want to know how to manage my money properly with having so many boys.
Okay.
Because food alone is killing me.
Yes, absolutely. What I would say to you is, the first thing is you have to realize that in order to manage your money properly, you have to start trying. Well, here's the situation. The reality is most people are not able to manage money properly because they don't understand money.
Well, I guess I don't understand.
Yeah, and it's okay. Most people don't understand. And it's not your fault, Telly. The reason why most people don't understand is because two things were taken out of our educational system. Okay?
Which are?
First is money, and the second is law. So we don't understand money.
Or law.
Exactly. We don't understand how money works. And because we don't understand the money game, that's why we're not able to get ahead and save money. Okay? And that's interesting. You started a conversation. The sad part is 78% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck.
I'm one of them.
And it's okay. That's most people. That was my reality before. And the reason for that is because, again, we don't understand money. We live paycheck to paycheck because the game of money, number one, is 1/3 of these same Americans, 100% of these same Americans give away 1/3 of their money to taxes.
Oh, yes, they do.
Exactly.
That's why they tell you to claim more during the year so you get more back. But some people like to claim less so that they get this little $10,000 every year that you finish anyway on paying bills.
Yes. So let's talk about taxes for a quick second.
Go ahead.
All right.
Let's do this.
And here's what's interesting. W-2 employees pay the most money in taxes. That's the sad reality of it.
Are you kidding?
I know, right? Wouldn't you think that people that make more money should pay more in taxes?
No, they don't, because Trump don't. Let's talk about it.
Good question. Let's talk about, Donald Trump. So here's the thing. Donald Trump is a so-called president, right? Mm-hmm. But he's not president because he cares about being president. He's president, he ran for president because he understands taxes. He's a businessman.
He is.
Absolutely.
And all his followers are business people too, making it rich. I pay attention. I'm nosy. We chit chatting. Let's chit chat. I want to chat with you today.
We're going chit chat.
Yes.
So that's the first thing, okay? And the second thing is, besides people giving away 1/3 of their money to taxes, they're also funding their lifestyle because now they have less money through credit cards. So now they're giving another 1/3 of their income in debt.
Because you're spending off all your cash, and then they trick you and make you get credit cards thinking, oh, you have credit, because they say America is run by credit.
Yes.
If you don't have good credit, then that means you can't buy nothing.
Yes. But here's the thing. We're going to have a good conversation.
We sure are, because I'm hip. Well, I'm not hip, but I'm learning something today.
Hey, you are hip.
I'm a little book.
Yes.
I'm a little bookie. I'm a little nerdy sometimes.
So here's the thing. And you're touching a lot of points, Telly. So I kind of feel like I'm jumping all over the place.
I'm a scatterbrain. That's why. Okay, let me focus. Let me focus.
So here's the thing. Now, we're going to touch on credit cards, okay?
Finish telling me about the taxes.
Yes, so taxes. So if people are giving away 1/3 of their income to taxes, all right? And because of that, now they have to try to fund their lifestyle with the remaining 2/3. Right?
Yeah.
So now they use, some people are funding their lifestyle or even just basic necessities with credit cards. The reality, you mentioned food. I hope this is not your reality, but some people, have more month at the, than money at the end of their paycheck. And what happens is they have to use credit cards sometimes for gas just to get back to work.
Yeah, that's me.
Sometimes food just to make ends meet to that next paycheck. Right?
It's like that weekend, never hurry up.
Exactly.
Then you gotta borrow.
Guess what? 78% of people live paycheck to paycheck.
And you said this is here in America.
Yeah. I mean, it's all over. But, I'm talking about America because that's where we're at.
Where we reside, yeah.
It's all over. It's worse everywhere, right? This is supposedly the...
land of the free.
Right. And
which is a lie. But we'll talk about that another time.
Oh, yes. You're going to have to bring me back for this conspiracies and all
that. Oh, completely.
Stuff.
I'm with it.
Yes.
I'm with it.
So, what's crazy is I have a good friend of mine, my high school buddy. I'm not going to say his name. He's... makes some good money. He's an IT professional. Makes about 110, 120 a year. What's disgusting is he literally pays about $37,000 in taxes. Oh
yeah, they're killing you unless you have, they tell you if you're making that kind of money, you need to own a couple of properties or have a couple of kids. And that's kind of sad. What if you don't want no kids? And what if you don't want to own nothing? Because it's better to own a house over the water than to own a house here because you got to pay. So imagine you finish paying off your house and you're still paying $10,000 to $50,000 in tax on your house.
And they can still take
and they can still seize your freaking house. I'm hit.
So the thing with taxes is the way to eliminate that problem. Is you have to have some kind of business. You have to.
You
have to.
And I got three, and they still ain't on the water.
But you have 3 businesses?
Yeah, and they still just sitting there. But we'll talk about that.
And it's probably just not structured properly because the truth of the matter is when you look at Amazon, Amazon made $11 billion last year and paid 0 in taxes.
You see, this is what I'm talking about. And here you got poor me working every day like a slave to the man. And you're right. You gotta tell me how I stopped doing this.
And there is a way. Because now the reality is there's 150 million W-2 employees, right? And what's available, most people don't know, is they are able.
Sorry. Greedy, I'm sorry.
This radio station is full of vibe and energy in here.
Ooh, I'm sorry. I would have got you some liquor. I just didn't know if you drink. You want some beer? You want a little beer? You want a beer?
I'm about to take off. Okay.
No.
Okay. Hey. All right. So, where was I? What I was saying is there's 150 million W-2 employees. And there's actually a strategy, because I just mentioned that you have to have a business. Even if you have a home-based business.
Mine's home-based.
Okay, good. So do you know that you're actually eligible for over 180 tax deductions?
Okay.
Which can bring in more income into your household. And the reason why is because you got to remember, a dollar saved is a dollar earned. Exactly. So, question for you. You mentioned you have, 3 boys?
4.
4.
Big, greedy ones, too.
Oh, yes. How old is the oldest?
16.
16. And the one after that?
12.
Okay. And the one after that?
8.
8. And how was the youngest?
8 months.
8 months. All right. So you have 8, 12, and 16.
Mm-hmm.
So right now, just by thinking of those numbers in my head, that's $36,000 added into your household that you don't even know about. Why? Because if you have a child at least at the age of 7, there's a strategy where you can legally hire your children, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they can work for your home-based business, whether it's even just posting something online. I don't know what kind of business you got. If you're going to ship something, you know, they can...
I got record label.
Record label. Okay, they can put a stamp on something and they're an employee.
They be rapping on it.
Okay, so they're actually employees of your business.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they do extracurricular activities. Let's say that one of them likes basketball, one of them likes soccer, one of them likes football.
I got a basketball.
Okay, well, guess what? He can pay for his basketball. He can pay for his uniform. He can, all his necessities, he can pay for through your business, right?
Mm-hmm.
And actually, all of those things are tax write-off.
What?
Exactly.
So what, you an accountant too?
Not at all. The only thing is, over some time, I've just pretty much have just been sick and tired of being sick and tired. And do you have a rubber band in here?
I'll get you one. I'll get you one.
Nick,
Yeah.
Good times.
I'll get you one.
Please give me a rubber band. I want to show you something. I
Okay.
want to show you something amazing. But I'm not an accountant. I'm not a licensed professional.
They tell you that you have to go to school to learn all this stuff. Then you get in debt $60,000 to $80,000 or to $100,000, and you still can't get no debt. Look, I got some stuff on my mind, and I need you to.
So let's talk about this school thing now. Let's talk about this school thing.
I'm $70,000 in debt just off of school loans for myself. Not even with my children. Just me alone. How am I supposed to pay for that? Because the salary I'm getting is can't cover that.
Let me show you something, Telly. And we're going to have a quick conversation, right? And I'm going to show you something. You see this rubber band?
Mm-hmm.
This is most people.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Stuck in this circle.
Exactly. Stuck in this circle. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And I used to be in this circle.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Living paycheck to paycheck, working jobs. You know what I mean? You're the best in the company until their numbers don't add up and somebody has to go.
Mm-hmm.
And it was always me.
Me too.
And I got to always come home, look at my 4 children
Yep.
in the eye and tell them I'm going to figure it out.
Yep.
And it just kept being in this circle over and over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
So guess what?
What?
There was one time where I got sick and tired of being sick and tired.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, I'm going to start my own business.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And my passion was music at the time. So
I
guess
heard
what?
you was in the music industry.
Yes. So somehow I decided to start making CDs, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I started to say, hey, my music is going to pay for my bills.
Mm-hmm.
And it did. So what happened was, after that, I got a store, right? But my mindset now that I'm a business owner is, and I'm leading to something here.
No, I'm following you.
Awesome. So my mindset was, in order to be successful, you have to do everything yourself. I believe that lie that they used to tell us, hey, if you want to do it, if you want something done the right way, you have to do it what?
With a team.
You're smarter than me. See, I didn't figure that out till later on.
What,
Right?
that you don't need a
Because
team or that you do need one?
I thought you just had to do it yourself.
No, if you
want it
have
done right, you do it yourself.
a good constructive team that have the same mentality as
Yes.
you, I had to change my circle. They said, my mother's a pastor. Let me get with Jesus real quick. She said, you are who you hang around. She said, you hang around a bunch of bums that are struggling. she said, why do you want to continue to struggle? She said, why do you keep running from God? Why don't you just ask him? And she said, why don't you just sit down and ask God, what do I need to do? What do I need to do? So I just changed my circle. I just started seeing people that I look up to, and I'm like, God, she's doing so good. She's doing this. She's doing that. Like, I'll use my boss as an example. I have been watching Double D for about 6 years.
Okay.
And I was like, God, she's doing so much stuff. And I like intelligent people. I like to learn stuff from people. You know what I'm saying? Because I have a mind of a child. My attention span, if you can't keep my attention span, I'm like a little kid. I'm all over the place.
Gotcha.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you start to bore me, it's like, ugh. But if you don't see the same things I'm seeing, like I used to watch a lot of her live videos. Okay. I like hanging around, like intelligent, like Candy, very intelligent. You know what I'm saying? When she's talking to you, she's just telling you all this stuff, all this information. It's like soaking in, like, oh, I want to do that. Yeah, I want to do that. I want to do that. It's like I like different people for different things. Like if you see me hanging around this person, I'm around them for a reason. You know what I'm saying? I'm not around them like, oh, I want to be around them because they're popular. No, I don't like popular people. I like regular people that are themselves. I like people that nobody likes. There's a reason why they don't like you. Because you're up. You understand what I'm saying? When your game is up, nobody's going to like you. Oh, she's stuck up. I don't like her. She be talking bad about people. She don't do that. You don't know why she's like that. You don't know what she's been through.
Kelly.
You understand what I'm saying? Do you know how long I harassed that woman for a job before I get into Morgan? So when I got into Morgan, the conversation is so different. Property, what they're doing with their side businesses, what they're doing with their children. And I'm like, oh my, there's other things in life besides party. Break the chain.
Hold up, not yet.
Break it, expand it. Hold on. You're expanding your mind.
This is what I wanted to show you. This, you see this?
Yeah.
Once your mind expands, you never go back the same, right?
Yes.
So what happened is your mind expanded because your mom told you something that I learned later on in life. And you learned it from a pastor. I learned it from a couple millionaires. And they said you're the sum total of the 5 people you surround yourself with. Exactly. And most of the time, if those people make $100,000 or, $1 million or 20,000. You're usually around those people, right? And you said a lot of key things, Telly.
Rich people don't want to hang around nobody broke unless you're trying to get to where they at.
Absolutely.
And your conversation has to be on their conversation, because if they don't feel like you're on their level, I'm not saying you have to go to school, but Caribbean parents, they pump in your head, go to school, go to school, go to school, go
Why
to school.
Why is that?
Because they want you. My mom always told me when you go to school, being black is hard growing up, especially if you're a darker skin complexion.
Right.
They can never take it from you, which I agree with. Right. But I don't agree with paying all that money.
Okay, so
how the hell am I gonna pay it back?
Because all of our parents told us that. They told us what? Go to school, get a good what?
Education.
And then get a good what?
Job. And take care of your family. Right. And take care of your parents when they get old. And then that's it. Like, that's the over. No, I don't want it. That's not it. Okay. No, I want to do other stuff. This right here is not approved in the Caribbean community.
But why did they do it? Because that's what they were taught.
Yes. It's a chain. It's a chain.
But does it work today?
No. We're stubborn.
It doesn't work today because in their age, that was the industrial age. Now it's the technology age.
Everything is very tech.
That system is broken and it doesn't work anymore. And what'd you say? You don't want to continue to do that and then what? Die. Yeah. Because I'm supposed to work my whole life and die and don't enjoy? No. So what do we do now? We have to start doing something today. What is that? Trying to find a way to earn more money. Not just make more money, but we got to find a way to invest, grow, and multiply some money.
What do you suggest you invest in?
Well, there's a few things that I know that, can help create wealth, right? Most people think, what's the first thing you think about? Real estate. Yeah. Right?
But what if it don't flip?
Telly, yours. You are on to something, Telly.
No, I'm just. I have a fear of giving my money and I don't get nothing back. Now, this is a problem.
What if?
Yeah, what if you don't get your money back?
And here's the thing. If we just talked about some people that can't get ahead, What if they don't even got the money to even start investing?
I don't.
But do you know there's a way you can actually invest in real estate with no money down and no credit? So
I thought
don't
you had to have credit.
That's for something else. But there is a way you can invest in real estate, right? There's something called wholesaling, right? You don't need any money down. You don't need any credit. Because the main secret of the wealthy is, number one, they don't use their money. They're always using other people's money.
That's how the rich people do it.
Yes. All right. And I rich is okay. I like to focus on wealth because, rich people just kind of think about, the next 5 years. Wealthy people always plan 10 years ahead. And riches will always go away. But when you talk about wealth, wealth is something that's generational. So, yes. So
and Bill Gates talks about wealth. Oprah talks about
Warren
wealth.
Buffett, yes. Got catch those clues. Success always leaves clues.
Dr. Phil always talks about wealth.
So let's talk a little bit about wealth. What's the easiest way to create wealth? I would say
something in the internet.
Absolutely.
Because everything is social media.
Everything. Everybody is online.
Oh, for sure. It's a great marketing tool.
Yes. Absolutely. You can make tons of money online. You can make tons of money online. A lot of times we're just not creative. Why we're not creative is because the system plays a money game on us. They keep us blinded, living paycheck to paycheck, so we don't use our creativity. People are too busy focused on the paycheck versus their passion.
That is true. That is true.
If you talked about the Bible, your mom's a pastor. Nowhere in the Bible is anything about a job.
Nowhere.
Why are people going to work Monday?
Because they ain't going to have no house by Friday.
Okay, so in other words, they're going to work to get money.
Yeah.
Who told them that that's the only way to get money?
It's just the way of the world.
That's the way of the world. Does the way of the world work?
Not everybody. Because I see some girls ain't got no job. They look better than me.
Yeah.
Where'd you get it from?
I used to work a job. I used to work 2 jobs.
And you still was like, why? What is going
And
on?
still
How do
couldn't
they
get
have?
ahead.
How do they have on Jordans and I do not?
Now sometimes I don't even leave the house, and I make more money than I've made when I was working like crazy.
Really?
So let's talk about let's talk about. You tell me, what are we going to talk about? Because you have a lot of creative ideas in your mind that are just waiting to give birth.
I got a bunch of stuff.
I'm sorry?
I got a bunch of stuff.
Absolutely.
Like I wanted to open a beauty supply store up here.
So why didn't you?
But I ain't got no money.
Okay, so let's talk about how you're going to get some money.
Yeah, how?
Are you a W-2 employee?
Yes.
Okay, and you have a business.
Yes.
All right. So you're ahead of the game
Why?
because you already have a business, right? Okay, you have a job. I mean, nothing's wrong with a job. A job is good to pay bills.
Yeah.
In the meantime, while you're trying to build your business.
Oh, well, yeah, because eventually I don't want to work for nobody.
Exactly. You shouldn't.
I just want to kind of like work and do the radio because this is like my baby,
So pursue your passion.
Yeah.
So what you do is, the first thing you got to do is got to get out of debt.
Oh, yeah.
And that's interesting because student loan debt is the only debt that's unforgivable.
And they won't. Okay, the only way you can get that erased is if you work for a school institution. And they will let it. You have to be at that facility or institution for 10 years.
Think about it. An institution.
That's what they call it.
You know what that
Yes.
sounds like?
Jail.
All right. You better preach.
It is jail.
So why is it that because you have a 16-year-old, right? And he's approaching. He's probably going to want to go to school.
He's trying to go Duke. Yeah.
Right.
That's
And I'm all for education.
That's expensive.
But I believe that children should go to school to get a good education and learn how to create a job, not just look for a job.
All that too.
Right? Because here's what's crazy about the system. Your 16-year-old, right? Once he becomes 17 and so forth, he's going to go away to school and so forth. And colleges are going to, before going to school, colleges are going to start prospecting them and so forth. And, he's about to get ready to graduate. And, hey, what do you want to be when you grow? What kind of work do you want to do in the future? Why none of the counselors ever say what kind of business you want to start?
Because their mind is trapped in that world.
So your 16-year-old son is going to go away, and they're going to give him, $50,000. They gave you $70,000. They'll give him $100,000.
And that's when the military comes into school and tricks you and
but
says that they can pay your debt.
The same child, or none of us, can go into the same bank. They can give us $100,000 to keep us trapped into the system and programmed, right?
But they won't give it to us for our loan. Yep.
So if the college kids ain't got no money, what do they give? Give them credit cards.
Yep. Get them more debt.
That's the first thing they give you when you're in college. Hey, let me start giving you some credit cards. Let me program you to be in debt right away. Right? And now this child gets out of college. Right? Most of the time they don't even practice what they study. Right? They can't get a job. And now he tries to go get a business. He can't even get $10,000 at the bank.
Yep.
But they gave him $100,000 to be in debt.
Yep. Why is that?
The system, the money game that they're playing. What do they tell you? The American dream is to do what? Own a home.
Yep. Own a home that they can seize from you. It's better to own a home over the water because once you pay it, it's done.
So hold on. Own a home, why? Why is that the American dream? I thought the dream was to have a business. But if the dream is to own a home, why? Because you want to capture me in debt for 30 years?
Yep, trapped.
And after people slave to pay for it, because they lied to us and said, a home is an asset. No, it's not.
No, it ain't.
It's a freaking liability.
Yeah.
Only way it's an asset is if it's an income-producing asset. I'm going to be very upfront. I don't want to own a home in America.
Me either.
My focus is not here.
Not.
I rent because my time in America is temporarily. But I have property in Ghana that I'm renting out. Several. I'm thinking about hotels in Ghana.
Smart man. That brings you in revenue.
There's actually...
I'm hip.
See, they tricked us. They tell us what? What do they lie to us and tell us? Save for a rainy day?
You can't save nothing for a rainy day because they're going to seize your funds.
So hold on. See, the first thing I started to do was just forget everything that I've learned over the years and question everything. They said, save for a rainy day. And I said, so what happens when it rains? Oh. You're
nothing.
Saving, you spend the money, and now you got to start over again.
You got to start all over. So what was the point in saving all that?
But then when I looked at wealthy people and studied them, they don't just, they save. But what I understand about money is money hates to be lazy. That's why it's called currency. Current is supposed to keep flowing, keep moving, keep circulating. So money hates to be lazy. So when they lie to you until you put your money in the bank to be lazy and sit there, the reason for that is because the banks are investing your money and making 70% daily, but they're going to give you maybe 1% at the end of the year. And then they give you a lollipop, a dum-dum.
For you, dummy. I'm hip.
So,
stupid. Yeah.
I truly believe, number one, don't keep your money in the bank.
Where you get your
Me
money?
personally, the only reason why I keep limited money in the bank, only to pay bills. My money has to constantly keep circulating. For me, I found the most I guess the most lucrative way to start creating wealth is to learn trading. That's what I've done over the past 2 years.
Trading, don't that involve getting a broker?
Yes, there is a broker involved. But the only purpose of the broker is to facilitate the trades. So the trading that I do is I actually trade in the foreign exchange market.
That's what I would assume.
Okay.
Yeah.
I also trade commodities. I trade some cryptocurrency.
What's crypto?
You've heard of Bitcoin?
Yes.
Okay, that's cryptocurrency. It's basically digital money.
Okay.
It's in the future. There's different cryptocurrencies. Bitcoin is, of course, the main one. But trading is very lucrative. Mm-hmm. There's actually $6 trillion that's traded daily, Monday through Friday, in the financial markets.
And that's how the wealthy is staying wealthy.
Mostly, yes. And then a lot of people earn their wealth from trading and then start other adventures, real estate and so forth and so forth.
I have no interest in real estate here.
Okay, absolutely. You shouldn't. Some people do.
Not me.
It's not for me, but, hey. Absolutely.
You
So-
want multiple streams of income coming in.
Yes. You're saying all the right things, Tully. And
I just don't know how to. I don't know how to grab it. It's like a snake running out my hand. Like, come here.
Here's the thing. You said your mom is a pastor, right?
Yeah.
And do you know in the Bible, it tells us
To have multiple
Yes.
streams of income.
Minimum 7. It's in Ecclesiastes.
Yep.
Chapter
She
11.
always says that. You need a multiple
Trading
streams.
is actually in the Bible too.
I know.
In the same chapter. So how do you get multiple streams of income? You're right ahead. You see, you have your record label, right? So that's one.
Yeah, I got that. I got my show.
Right? Real Explosion. That's two.
No. This is the radio station. My show. That's Chit Chat.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
Chit Chat in conjunction with Real Explosion Radio.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And-
So your brand Chit Chat, right? So that's two. So you're already on your way.
Yeah, to make little, trinkets, clothes, and
Exactly.
stuff.
Right. That's three. So you have to just start off small. I would tell some people, find a way to at least invest 15% of your income. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So let me ask you something again. Your job, do you have a 401k?
No.
Okay, thank God. If anyone has a 401k, if you're listening to me right now, I would advise you, right? I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a licensed professional, but I've aligned myself with several of them. And I would tell you this. Get your money out ASAP.
Why?
I know, the penalty and so forth. Why? Because there's a lot of uncertainty in the economy right now.
Yeah, they said the retirement age for my age group, I'm 39. My retirement age is 68.
There's no such thing as retirement, Social Security. None of that stuff exists. Right now,
I don't think so either.
I'll confidently tell you, if you have money in the 401k, get it out quickly. Why? Is because if you're looking for it later on, it's not going to be existent.
It's not going to be as much as you're putting in.
It probably won't even be there.
Yeah.
Because there may be a time, and I can't say when, but there may be a time when people are going to go to the ATM and it ain't there. You're going to have to go into the bank. A lot of people going to be in the bank, and some people going to be disappointed. Right now, I would tell some people, no matter anything you can do, try to definitely find some different ways to multiply your money, stash your money, put your money in different things.
Overseas accounts?
Telly, you hip to a lot more than you're saying.
No, I'm hip, but where the money at? Where Where's the money?
So here's the thing, because the dollar is pretty much going to be worthless.
I was
It's
saying the
already
same thing.
worthless.
It's like the pound is it.
Yeah.
And the Canadian money is it.
So you have to start looking at what's happening over with Brexit, with those deals, and like I said, you said some things. Try to maybe hide your money in some overseas accounts. Even when we talk about taxes, there's some places that you can live in the world. You can live in Puerto Rico and pay 0 taxes.
Yeah, because Trump do it. I learned from the best crook in the world.
Yeah.
I listen to what he's saying, and everybody around here is stupid.
And I would
Because he's getting away with making all these millions of dollars, and him and his little buddies, all these other business owners, aren't paying taxes, but the poor people is paying all the taxes, and he's trying to take out of the poor people's mouths for the women who can't. Everybody can't go to work. Some women that have a lot of kids can't go to work like that because they have to be home with their kids. That's the reason why they're on welfare in the first place. I hate when people downplay them. They can't. It's hard for them, especially if they're a single parent. It doesn't matter if they had those kids and you're like, oh, they shouldn't have had those kids. Some people don't believe in abortion.
You're right.
And look at those. That's why I don't make comments and stuff online when people say certain things on that topic, or you're on welfare and they need to be on there so that they can mind their children.
And
they can lose their jobs for taking off every minute because the school done called. You know what I'm saying? It's hard. And especially if dad is nowhere around. You can't force nobody to be there to help you with your seed. You got to, like you said, when you come home and you're looking at your 4 babies, like, God, I got to figure it out again. You know what I'm saying? You just don't have that option. So you have to go to the state to get help. The man ain't helping you. He just dropped you with this kid and went on about his business. And you don't have to worry about him. God will deal with him later.
You were right, Telly. But guess what? That is a sad reality, but what do we do?
You gotta try and make it work.
How do we help change that?
That's why I brought you here.
So that's why if someone's in that, because I think about those type of people.
Yeah.
I think about those type of people. What about the father just got out of jail?
And he can't even get no job. And they say you have to go to rehabilitation. They went to the rehabilitation. They went to the thing. They're forcing you to go back on the street unless somebody talks to them and tells them, oh, you can open a business and do this, that, and the third. But they don't know where to start. Where do I go? Where's the workshop to show me how to open a business and do this and that? So
I would say try to learn some kind of skill set.
Well, first we got to learn how to read.
Oh, well, if you don't know how to read, I'm sorry. I don't know. I'm going to just keep it 100. You got some whole other issues, all right?
You can take a 3-month class.
How to count,
that's a good thing.
I can show you how to make some money.
Exactly. There you go. Right?
So for that person, I would tell them learn a skill set. If for that single mom that's, hey, you're on the welfare.
Because Trump done made it a law that you can't have abortion. Huh? Yes, he banned abortion in some states.
That's crazy.
So it's not even your choice anymore.
So
and that's sad.
Let's give these people a solution.
Thank you.
That's what, because if we focus on the problem, or I don't even like the word problem, if we focus on the challenge, then we stay there. Mm-hmm. Let's try to focus on how we can get out of that. Okay, so you got to learn some kind of skill set, because the truth of the matter, we're in that age where, I mean,
excuses,
I'm gonna be honest with you, it's almost no excuse anymore.
No, none. You have lots of resources.
They're going on YouTube,
free.
People making ass of themselves, and they make $1 million.
Completely digging up their nose. Those parodies. I
mean, there's so many there. Now, I'm not telling people to go, be a fool and go do dumb stuff, but learn a skill set, because the truth of the matter is, it's not even. It's the value that you can bring to the marketplace. Mm-hmm. What value are you bringing? I mean, everyone has a gift. That's the truth of the matter. Everyone has something inside them.
I have the gift of gab.
People used to always say that about me. I got a gift of gab. Mm-hmm. And it's crazy. And even when we talk about the gift of gab, I don't want to talk too much about me. I want to talk about the people. How can we help the people? You know, and even when I started learning to trade, and you know, I invested a lot of money to do that. You see what I mean? But what about the person that doesn't have a lot of money? So I'm gonna tell them first. Number one, the greatest investment is investment in yourself.
What do you mean by investing in yourself?
In yourself, you got to reprogram your mindset because even I can tell you guys how to make some money now, and some people are probably, you know, can go in and make some money. Mm-hmm. But are you going to keep the money?
Or are you going to blow it? We already know they're going to blow it.
Because that's mindset. Wealth is created in the mind first.
Mm-hmm. You got to get that frame of mind.
You got to free your mind before you can fill your pockets. So it's all in the mindset first. So the first thing I would say is start learning how to reprogram your mindset. See, it is the truth of the matter. We all got money.
We do.
We all spend. You see what I mean?
You have money on what you want it for.
You spending your time growing, or you spending your time being more broke? Because if somebody's more broke, they can go sell their TV.
If you really want it.
If you really want it, your TV ain't making you no money. I hate watching TV.
Me too.
I don't even like watching sports because I don't feel I deserve to watch people running up and down, making millions of dollars, and I don't have it yet. That's just my thinking.
It's kind of boring. It's boring to me now. I don't watch the reality shows because they make us look like fools.
It's crazy.
You look like a fool on TV.
You know, so if someone wants to learn how to trade, I'm going to tell them, hey, everyone online is a guru. I'm going to show you how you can learn for free if you're willing to dedicate the time to learn that skill set. Again, I told you, it's $6 trillion traded daily, Monday through Friday. Today's Saturday, so even Saturday and Sunday, crypto is open. You can trade cryptocurrency. Mm-hmm. You know, there's so much cryptocurrency, but the four majors, you know, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and Ripple. You know, and literally, when you learn the skill set of trading, you hear so many different things. It's not stocks. Let's just talk about Forex for a second, because I want to give people something. There's so many people listening on to your show. Right?
What is Forex?
Let's talk about it. Forex is a foreign exchange. All right?
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
So, for instance, in Haiti, right? I'm assuming, because I know in Ghana and other places, most places, of course, when you go to the airport, you'll see the foreign exchange. You guys,
y'all thing is gold, ain't it?
I'm sorry?
In your country, your foreign...
Our currency is called cedis.
No, cedis, but I mean, you guys are known for your gold.
Yes. I actually trade gold. So when I keep talking about trading, I want people to understand, if you don't know, you can make money when the market goes up or down.
Really?
Yes.
I thought you lose everything when it went down.
No, that's stocks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, stocks is something different. Stocks is like $24 billion a day. You know, you got to have a lot of money and invest. The market goes down. You're hoping a company's value goes up. If it goes up, you make money. If it goes down, you don't. Right? Forex, you can make money whether the market goes up or down. Oh. You just want to be on the right side of the trade.
Yeah.
Right?
So a lot of people don't know about that, because if they did, they would be wealthy.
Telly, you're a very wise woman.
Yeah, that's where the wealth comes in.
Why do people not know about that? Why do people only know about stocks?
Because that's all people only talk about, Fidelity.
Because the system probably don't want you to know that, because if people really knew this skill set, who would go to work Monday?
You know?
You know, so you can learn this skill set. I would tell people, hey, you want to start learn for free, right? It'll take you some time, but you can go to babypips.com and learn for free.
Baby Pips?
Yes, www.babypips.com and learn for free. And that'll at least give you the foundation. Okay? After you learn that, there's another website I'll give you. You can start learning from my mentor, and you can even take a free course. my mentor, who I learned from, he's been trading for 36 years. Sam Walton gave him his first trading account. I don't know if you know who that is.
No.
Stock owner of Walmart.
Oh, okay.
Yes. He's been educating for about 20-something years, educated over 760,000 students across the world. And he's actually the one who gave me that name, the financial minister.
Oh, okay.
Yes, so I kind of just ran with it.
No, it's a good name.
Yes. So, that's a way you can start learning from that. After babypips.com, if you complete that, you can go to, you can message me, if message telling, you can go to CSA5steps.com, and you can actually learn, not as a retail trader, because the truth of the matter is most retail traders fail. So you have to start, and again, we talked about this mindset.
Mm-hmm.
When you're trading, you have to kind of think of things like a banker.
That's what I was thinking. It's more like banking, right?
Well, if you think about a banker, when I think about the financial markets, and this may be a little bit overboard, so I won't go too deep. The most lucrative session is actually the London session, which is from about 3 o'clock to 11 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
In London, that's when the banks open, that's 8 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
And it overlaps with the New York session, which is from 8 to 5. So that's the most lucrative time. It's funny, that's when most people are asleep.
Mm-hmm.
That's when the most money in the world is made.
When we're sleeping.
Exactly.
That's why they say when you want to be wealthy, you don't sleep.
Mm-hmm. Or you should find a way to create money while you're sleeping.
Yes, they say that. You go to sleep with it on your mind.
Yeah, so that's when we talk about residual income and passive income.
Multiple streams
of income. Letting your money work for you. There's also a way to even have, you can make interest off of your own money. We need to talk about the private reserve account. So, these are some different ways where, hey, if someone is struggling and so forth and you don't have the money, it's going to cost you something. It may not cost you money, but it's going to cost you some time.
Time is money.
But I'd rather, do those things than, me personally invest in, some college education that is going to,
you might not even use it.
Yeah.
And then you're in debt.
So, there's so many things, we can talk about. There's a strategy for that paycheck to paycheck person, mm-hmm. where you can even, pay less taxes. You see what I mean? And most people are programmed to think that, this tax refund that they're getting, oh my goodness, my tax check. I told you I'm an auto broker.
Mm-hmm.
What's the whole thing? People call me now, oh my goodness, when I get my taxes. People don't even understand you're so programmed and dumbfounded by the system. You think you got to wait till February or March for a tax check. Your tax check is supposed to be every paycheck.
There you go.
Every paycheck. Because you don't understand that this tax refund is just that, a refund. Let me repeat that. Refund. Let me repeat that. Refund. If you go and get that nice brown coat, gray coat, right, from H&M or something, and it costs $99, and tomorrow you see it goes on sale for $49, are you going to wait all the way until February, March to go try to get your refund? Because a refund is something you overpaid. Mm-hmm. So if you look in your tax return and pay attention to some things, because here's the thing, the system they can't not tell you. They just kind of blind you and distract you from a whole bunch of other things so you don't see.
And you're too lazy to do research to figure it out.
So line 75 will tell you on your tax return, this is the amount you overpaid. People don't realize you're overpaying on your taxes. So now let me show you this program, how you can stop overpaying and maybe bring in another $600 a month. Mm-hmm. Right? Mm-hmm. And now you can take that, extra $600 a month. Don't go out to dance and start buying some bottles or something. Maybe you may need that period of separation, right, where you put yourself to the side for a while, right, and start paying off some debt. Start trying to pay off the smallest of your credit cards or the smallest loan that you have. right? Get out of debt that way. Once you paid off one credit card, right? Let's say you paid off the smallest one. It's $30 a month or whatever, right? Now you have an extra $40 a month. Take that and add that to your next piece of debt, whether it's a car note or something. So now you're paying that extra $40 on that.
That's
and now
another
you're
debt
tackling
too.
That one. But hold on, there's also a way. If you reach out to me, I can show you there's a strategy of the wealthy, how even if you come to me, and I don't like helping customers finance, I'd rather show them how, I can show them how to get it wholesale or dealer cost like me. But if you're desperate, if you don't have any cash, if the only option you can do is finance, I can help you do that. But now I'm going to show you, if you have student loan debt, if you have credit card debt, if you have a car loan debt, anything with interest, I can show you with your same payment structure how you can pay that off in record time. So if you came to me and had to finance the vehicle for 6 years, even if you're paying $300 a month, I can show you a secret of the wealthy where now you can maybe pay it off in 2 years. If you go to any of my realtor friends, there's so many of them on Facebook, so I'm not going to mention anyone's name because then I'm going to miss somebody. But all of my realtor friends that are real estate agents, helping people get these houses, hey, no problem. They deserve to be in the house. But don't let them believe that they're supposed to be in debt for 30 years. You guys that got a house, hit me up and let me show you how paying that same payment structure, whether it's $1,100 a month or $1,200 a month, instead of paying that for 30 years, let me show you how to pay it off in maybe 10. And now you can take that other money and start investing into something. Maybe you can start a private reserve account. Start a private reserve account where basically you can earn income off of your own income. So let me show you this quick example because this is very important for the people that do have a 401k. This is a 401k account. This is what's called a private reserve account. People are dumping their money into a 401k account thinking that's a means of investing. The truth of the matter is 401k was originally designed as a tax code. It was never for people. Okay?
And it's not gonna flip. You're not gonna connect any revenue per se. If you were trading, you would get a revenue off of it.
Yes.
And that's residual income coming in. It's continuous.
Compounding.
Yeah.
Do you know, once you learn this skill set, and I'm going to come back to this PRA because it's very important. Do you know that you could even start with something like $100 and compound your money very slowly? Even, I like to use 5%, but hey, I'm going to use 1%.
No, I want to use 5 too.
Take your time. And hold on, do you know in 3 years, 4 years, very proper risk management, you can be $1 million. Starting with $100, I'm going to prove it to you. Because here's the thing, people lie all the time, numbers don't lie. Go to compoundinterestdaily.com and plug in the numbers. We have to learn how to compound our money. 401k private reserve. Someone's been working a job, they got 50, let's say 100,000 just for numbers' sake. They got 100 grand in their 401k. The company matches them. The company, all this, my company matches me and I'm going to keep dumping all my money in a 401k. Okay, nonsense. If you had a private reserve account, because here's the thing, 401k account is taxed and penalized. All right? So private reserve account is, both of them are pretty much based off of the S&P 500. That's the stock market.
Okay.
Okay? And let's say the market is doing good, right? Both accounts rise. The market is doing bad, now your 401k depreciates. If your money was in a private reserve account, it just stops.
It's just sitting there.
Yes. So you do not lose any money. There's no risk, no penalty, or anything. The market goes back up. 401k starts from the bottom, but private reserve continues.
I'm so mad I didn't bring a piece of paper.
I'm sorry?
I said, I'm so mad I didn't bring a piece of paper.
It's okay. All right? Now, I'm going to make sure you get all this information that you need. All right? And get you on that other side.
Yeah, I need to be on the other side.
Most people, again, and I'm going to give you some more secrets. People come, wealthy people don't use the banks. They use their own money. So a private reserve account is literally a way where you can legally become your own bank. You can literally have your own bank, telebanking, if that's what you want to do. In that same situation, you could finance your own vehicle through your own bank, right? So let's just say you had $50,000 in your private reserve account. Let's say 80, because
I'm saying some big numbers.
You're going to get there.
Okay.
We ain't talking about it. But no, let's say you got 80 in your private reserve account, right? And you want to go get a vehicle. You come to me and I say, Telly, nah, don't finance. I'm going to take you to the dealer auction. I'm going to let you get this vehicle the same way I would buy it, right? Telly's going to play dealer for the day, right? So you're going to get the vehicle at dealer cost, right? So you're probably going to save, several $1,000s versus, go and buy it from the lot, right? So we get the vehicle of your dreams. What vehicle you want, Telly?
Inclive. The Inclive.
Buick? Okay, you like American. I like foreign, but it's okay. That's what you like. So we'll go to the dealer auction.
Because when you got to fix it, I'm thinking about the cost of keeping the maintenance.
We want to talk about that too. All right, but
That's why I don't want
you
foreign.
got multiple streams of income. Your money is making money for you, and you're actually on the path to creating wealth. So it's up to you. That's great. But now that
I like
things
Lexus
are a little
too,
bit different, you don't really think about maintenance. All right, but it's okay.
I do. I think of the worst.
Awesome. All right.
Because I like big cars.
Yes. So you got this big Buick Enclave, right? Enclave. All right. And now we helped you get at the dealer auction for $20,000. You have $80,000 in your private reserve account. We got the vehicle for $20,000. How much do you have left?
60.
60. Traditionally, that's what it would be. To wealthy people, if you use a private reserve account, you have the $20,000 vehicle. Because it's your own bank, you still have in your private reserve account, in your account, private reserve, it sees that you still have the 80. But you got the vehicle in your driveway. And now, because it's your own bank, you decided to finance it at 15% interest. Right? Pay yourself back, let's say for numbers, save $500 a month. Right? 15%, over a course of time, 15 and 8 is what? 105. Right? So now you got the vehicle in your driveway, you've made interest off of your own money, and now you have $105,000 in your account. But you started with 80. This is what the wealthy people do. Make sense?
Hell
Get on the
no.
other side.
Yeah.
But what do broke people do? What do they tell us to do? Oh, go put your money in the bank.
Yeah, my own damn bank.
We got to start doing some different things. We have to start paying attention. We have to, again, the greatest investment is the investment you can make in yourself. So what I do is, again, I told you, I do everything the opposite of the masses. About a month ago, what was running the internet?
Fake booties and boobs.
That's every time. That's every day.
No, not every day. They're getting old now. They don't want to. You guys don't want to see it no more.
What were people talking about? It starts with P.
A P.
Come on, y'all. The Popeyes chicken.
Oh!
Everyone was talking about the Popeyes.
Yeah, the internet did make that chicken bust. It was good too.
But it was, I don't know.
I only went to get it because I saw it online. I was like, well, dang, everybody
so,
talk about
you
it.
went to get it because you saw it online.
Yeah, I would have never got it if I
Everybody
just saw
else,
the thing. Yeah.
Right? So, what were they distracting us around that time? Because when I look at it, why wasn't Chipotle or Starbucks or Panera Bread. It was Popeye's Chicken. Who patronizes Popeye's Chicken the most, Kelly?
Black folks.
Who do they want to distract the most? Because if they know that these people unify,
they worship things they can't. Yeah.
So while that was happening, everybody and their mother and their grandmother and their dead parents, excuse me, I'm sorry,
okay.
was talking about Popeye's Chicken.
Yeah.
What was happening in the world? The G20 summit? While these leaders are pretty much dictating what your financial future is going to be, they're distracting everybody about Popeye's Chicken.
You're right. Something was going on at that time.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
I can't remember what it was, but something was going, something big too.
Summit.
Yeah.
These leaders discussing your financial future. They're planning the recession that's coming up. Do you know that the Feds keep dumping trillions of dollars and lowering interest rates? The only reason.
And they was doing that face recognition thing where you would see what you would look like when you. Oh God, I didn't know.
The old face thing.
Yeah. Where you put your face in it and see what you're going to look like when you get older.
Every single time the masses are distracted, you have to pay attention. Oh my goodness, what's going on behind the scenes?
Yeah, they distract us with food and liquor.
So we got to start doing something different. I can't stress enough that we have to do something different. We got to start thinking different. We got to even start minding our language. Everybody, oh my goodness, I go broke for my kids. I get my laugh for my kids. Why you can't get rich or wealthy for your kids?
Yeah, that's true too, because I'm not going broke for mine.
Don't. I ain't never going back there again.
Nope.
Never.
Nope. You ain't lying about that.
So we gotta start doing something different.
That's what's wrong with black folks.
And you know what's sad?
We the only ones like that.
All these listeners, I just pray if it's just one person that receives this information.
It probably just me, but hey.
It's
like you got a couple of people on this live that's like speak truth, tell the truth. Like you got quite a few comments. Raylon,
I just want
raw
one
quality
person to receive it.
You got a couple of people receiving. You got a couple of people receiving.
Because the truth of the matter is, people always say they want change,
but they don't want to put the work in.
Nah, they don't want to put in that sacrifice.
That's because they're too lazy. But they put the work in and know somebody's business.
Everybody's spending. Nobody's broke.
You're right about that.
That's a lie. You either spending your time, whether you got money in your pocket, because time is more valuable than money. That's the truth of the matter.
It sure is. I tell men that all the time. Some of them think, oh, it's because I'm not giving her any money. She won't let me see my kids. No, time is more important than money.
Yeah.
The kids don't remember that sneaker you bought. They remember when you came and took them to the basketball court or to the park or went out to eat.
You can't get back no more.
You can't get time, and you can't bring back those years when they were little coming out. You can't take that back. They were robbed of that.
So people are always spending. Mm-hmm. You're either spending your time getting ahead or spending your time being broke.
Yeah. And it's just like, this is true.
And it's crazy because when you spend, what's the last three letters?
E-N-D.
That's what happened to most people money.
End. And then you're stuck in like, oh my God, what happened? This is true.
We're approaching 2020. It's time for us to open up our eyes and have 2020 vision. Stop doing the same insanity and then expecting something different.
You can't have nothing different if you're doing the same thing. You can't expect anything different if you're doing the same things.
Not at all.
This is true. Well, do you have anything else to say to the listeners? How can they find you? How can they inbox you on social media? Do you just have Facebook? Do you have IG?
Facebook, IG needs to clean up. I had somebody managing for a little bit.
Does anybody have any questions for the financial minister?
Any Q&A.
Any questions for him? Because I gave my questions. You answered me good.
Awesome.
I'm gonna check out those websites and see what I can do with wealth.
To you.
Yeah, send me an email and I will send you one.
Fantastic.
And I am so happy you came.
Yes, and I'm so thankful and grateful for the invite. I appreciate
I've been stalking you for a minute.
And no, I definitely wanted to come through. I've been doing a little bit traveling, and I'm just thankful and grateful for the opportunity to share with the listeners, some things that I've learned, and
because you've come from broke to comfortable.
I'm still trotting and definitely not stopping. I believe in just really just the power of thought, visualization, speaking things into existence.
It's true. Speaking to existence.
I used to, hashtag millionaire. Now I'm hashtagging roster billionaire because I truly believe that's my birthright. I deserve to be a billionaire.
Yeah.
And that's what's going to happen.
I believe it for you too. I believe me too.
I'll
take $1 million. I ain't greedy.
well, believe. Hey, if that's your goal, believe that for yourself.
Yeah.
And take steps every day to start achieving that. Because here's what's crazy. Even when I was broke, at one point in my life, when I was broke, I didn't have anything. I was speaking stuff into my life. And I'm telling you with all transparency, I don't know how. I wish I could just force somebody. There's some people that are seeing it. And there's power, there's life and death in the power of the tongue.
Oh,
I used to literally speak some income that I wanted when I didn't have it, and somehow later on it came.
Yeah, it's very true. People say I have a very, very powerful tongue. Whatever I say comes. Like if I would tell you, I'd be like, I don't know if that was gonna make it, and then boop, gone. They'd be like, you need to be very careful with your tongue because what you speak always comes into existence. So I'm careful of the things I say now. Because it's true. Because every time I say something, it does come to pass.
Your mom's a preacher.
Yeah.
We have, and I ain't going to stop, but we got the power. We have the DNA of the Most High. So I truly believe because the Most High spoke, let there be light.
Yeah. Oh, your parent is pastor too?
And there was light. I'm sorry?
Your parent is pastor too?
No, but my mom was rest her soul, and she was
a speaker.
She was hardcore Christian. We call it a stubborn faith.
Yeah.
She's
I pray over my children. And I'll tell you, I don't know where I would be without a praying mother. I say it all the time. I heard a sermon when I was pregnant with my 8-year-old 8 years ago when he was in the belly. And it was on Mother's Day. And he was like, I cried so hard. And people thought I was going to labor. They was like, I'll tell you something about a praying mother. Half of y'all wouldn't be here if y'all didn't have a mother that was praying for you. And I always wanted to be like, God, I hope I could be that praying mother for my kids. But I'm just so more outspoken. I'm into church, but I'm not into it like that. You know what I mean? But I still have it in me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And it's true. About the church, but it's about,
I believe,
like you said, just...
It's in me. Like if I say something to my son and I'll be like, it always comes, and I'll be looking at him and I'll be like, if you keep messing with that boy, you're going to get in a lot of trouble. And guess who's not going to the jail to go visit you? Right. You will be in there alone. You call your grandmother.
It's funny because my mom always wanted me to be, pastor. Oh my God.
Always. They always want their kids to do that. Yeah.
This and that, this and that. And okay, I never really saw that. But I always saw me somehow in my life. I was always inspiring somebody, whether it was music or my voice and so forth. And now here my mentor goes, and I don't know if he was joking, but just, like maybe about six months ago, it was, we're on the training call, and it was like, Marvin, your CSA, courtesy strength analysis ambassador and so forth, and I'm gonna promote you to the financial minister.
It's because when you talk, people listen. It starts to grow on you.
And I said, my mom always wanted me to be a minister.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna be no pastor, but why can't I bless people and break these chains of poverty and,
Yeah.
you know, this generational
Curse
of just lack and not getting ahead. You know, we deserve it. It's our birthright. We deserve it. The only thing that's stopping us is
us. My 12-year-old said he's going to own his own business.
He is.
And I told him, I said, you sure are. Your mama can work your books. You know, I'm a bookkeeper. Keep it in the family.
But watch what's going to happen.
Oh, yeah. He's good with that. Like, he's very straight.
So feed him. You know, and that's even my passion, you know, and this is something, you know, back to trading. My mentor started this program where he wants to teach young children.
Because their mind retains better.
So true.
They retain better. They catch it quicker if it's interesting to them. You have to be quick and interesting to them. You can't be boring.
Yes.
If you're boring, then it makes their, like I told you, my attention span will be like, you know. Like they say, those kids with ADD, you got them for however old they are. Say you have a 6-year-old, you got 6 minutes of their time to pay attention, and then they're like, if you can't keep them focused, they're gone.
Yeah, so right. Very wise.
That's why I keep them. Hello.
Absolutely.
So Marvin.
Yes.
Tacky, Mr. Financial Minister. Thank you so much.
I appreciate
for
you
coming on the show with me today for chit chatting.
Yes, been a great chit chat.
Yes,
really thankful for the time and the opportunity, and hope this was definitely blessed for some people as well as yourself. And you know, I'm looking forward to all of us. You know, I want to see all of us get to the top. The bottom is way too crowded.
It's so crowded, and there's no room for me.
Absolutely.
So when you can come back, I would appreciate